How do you know where to be when a big major event's done, when the ranking tournament is over? You head over to Edgar TV and you get all the stories. And I've got the stories here. There's just not that many. I'm normally great at finding them and digging them out, but this one hasn't brought up too much in regards to stories or ranking movers. Normally this event was traditionally the warm-up for the year after the World Darts Championship has been and gone, and this year the standard has been incredible. You can certainly see those World Series events doing good for the players who were playing at the very top end of the game. You can see those players that have come through Q School and been very active, doing very well within their performances, and you can also see that people now know this is a ranking tournament, so they don't have that downtime between the Worlds and here. It was all to business, and there were some incredible performances. This possibly, I mean, it's the tournament of the year, isn't it? It could be. It could be. Jokes aside, this one really could be tournament of the year when we look back at the end. But in regards to stories, there's not that many. Now, the reason for that is 2 years ago, this wasn't a ranking tournament. This only became a ranking tournament last year, which means people aren't defending that much in regards to their prize money. So there's a lot of gaining to be done. Everyone's gained, but it doesn't mean that there's too much shift. There's a lot of shifting at the bottom. Lots of new players coming onto the system and picking up positions here in the top 64 positions and getting through those sort of early stages. Jimmy Van Ski and Shane McGurk, the two players of the new tour card holders that made it through to the main stage. Kai Gotthardt, one of not many people who actually moved in regards to the rankings. He comes off the bottom of the tour card holders of previous years. He goes up one position. Other than that, there's not too much in regards to movement all the way through here. Christian Kist moving one position at the expense of Tom Beisel. Now, if I was on the tour, I can tell you now, I would love the Masters. It's a big event. It's an opportunity to get on the TV stage and to get on there early. Now, normally, the UK Open was your first opportunity as a tour card holder, as a new tour card holder, in order to make your claim in those big ranking events. That doesn't come till March. Now, what this does is this allows opportunity here for players. The second they got the card, when you're full of confidence, before you even got to a Pro Tour event, like the likes of Jimmy Van Ski and Shane McGurk, who have already had an opportunity now to play on the stage, and certainly Jimmy Van Ski acquitted himself very well. Was it 10-dart opener, was that in the first leg? He's showing he's going to be dangerous in regards to the tour. A lot of people picking up little bits of prize money in the early stages, but not too much. They're 750s and 1,000, which is now under the prize money of a first round win in regards to the Pro Tour. Jeffrey de Graaf got through to the TV stages. He got to the last 32. That bumps him up one place at the expense of Justin Hood, who played amazing in the qualifier stage, just didn't get through. Shout out as well to Alan Suter, who produced some amazing darts going out one game before the TV stages. Hopefully he can keep that going throughout the year. If that's the case, he could be dangerous. Connor Stutt showing the form that we know he's capable of, the standard we know he was 2 years ago, or 2 seasons ago now, was a big tip for most. Last year played well but didn't quite get the results. Great to see him getting the results and the performance there as well. Just a little bit unfortunate with the deflections at times, couldn't get it past. When you're looking for people making stealthy progress, Niels Sonneveld has to be high on the list. He goes up another one place at the expense of Brendan Dolan, someone who's going to be defending quite a bit of prize money. But there's a lot of interest in this area for me in William O'Connor. Yes, he didn't perform well here and he went out early, but keep an eye on him throughout the year. I expect he could push towards the top 32. When we look at his season ahead, he's likely to be in the Grand Prix. He's going to be in events like the match play. He could make some progress, and I think has been stealthily going about his business. We know there's a lot of danger in this area. Dimitri Vandenberg in trouble, defending the UK Open money very soon. Peter Wright in trouble. Michael Smith potentially in trouble. Joe Cullen's got a 50-50 split, which means he could be in trouble. Martin Lukeman in danger. So the likes of William O'Connor, Niels Sonneveld, Ricky Evans, Kevin Doots are going to be excited and encouraged at the opportunity they're going to have to jump past. The same opportunity was there a few years ago for Vessel Nyman, who hits a career high now, of the world number 27. He gets that by getting through to the last 32 stage at the expense of Richie Edhouse, who had a terrible year last year, and that seems to be continuing here. Poor start here in this one. He's defending the European Championship later on in the year. He could be a ranking dropper if he isn't too careful in the not too distant future. Looking now at the players looking to battle into that top 16, Damon Heta picking up a big win on the TV stages. That's been something that's plagued him over time. He got that win against Michael van Gerwen, but went out in the second round phase. Mike De Decker probably should have beat Luke Littler in the opening game. You can look at that double 11 on the 1-4-2 finish. That was a chance, but I wouldn't say that was the moment where he lost it. It was a leg or two before. He had 9 darts from like a 220 combination. The 60, the 59 left him too much to do. That's the one he will rue. You probably wouldn't have expected the 1-4-2. He would have been grateful to have the dart, but that would be the leg where he lost it there. Dave Chisnell. Issues just seem to be there all the time at the moment, don't they? He seem to have a bit of a battle, even getting his darts to stick in the board. Dave Chisnell could be another one of those players that we look at throughout this year who could be on a bit of a slide. And you're probably wondering why I'm picking out these stories and talking about the future. That's because not much happened. 7 positions moved in the entirety of this tournament. Is that because maybe other tournaments are more heavy weighted than this one? And maybe the spread of prize money means there's not enough movement in this? Or has everyone just played to form? Which is probably more like it. When we look at the top ends of this, the top 16, so positions 4 down to 16, 1 position has moved. That is Josh Rock. You can see here going at 1 place, relegating Danny Noppert down a position due to the run to the quarterfinals. I think he's going to have a good year this year. Nathan Aspinall, another one to keep an eye on for a good year, defending around about 28% of his prize money. So the likelihood is Nathan Aspinall is only going to go up. Good tournament again for Gerwyn Price, reaching the semi-final stage. And not only reaching the semi-final stage, but once again having a ding-dong with Luke Littler in the semi-finals. Somehow, Gerwyn Price, again, not able to get over the line. It was close. He had that 1 match dart at tops. At one point, looked like he had Luke Littler on the ropes. He did. He wasn't able to put him away. Luke Littler squeezes it out in the end, picking up that 5-4 victory. However, we've got to look at this now. Who are the players that can beat Luke Littler? We've seen Jan van Veen do it multiple times last year on the European Tour. We've seen Luke Humphries do it. Gerwyn Price is kind of in that box of people that really rival him. Is he going to become one of those players that can beat him and beat him on a consistent basis? Yes, he can win matches, but can he beat him? We'll find out this year. Good start to the year there for Gerwyn Price. He stays firm in that position. The only other real move here is Ryan Searle and Josh Rock now neck and neck. They share the number 8 ranking. Michael van Gerwen is defending £477,000. So a first round defeat here to Damon Heta isn't going to help his case. That was an opportunity where he's not defending anything. He could have put some real good prize money on the board. And the gap grows to Jan van Veen. What a tournament he's had. However, going out in the semi-final stage to Luke Humphries is no disgrace, especially the way Humphries has played. Humphries hasn't been able to land a glove on Jan van Veen in the last few times that they have met. He's beat him at the match play, he's beat him in the Europeans, he beat him in the Worlds. Luke Humphries will certainly be glad to get that monkey off his back, booking himself through to the final there, beating Jan van Veen. Jan van Veen extends the gap though from Van Gerwen to around about £250,000, that being the Dutch number 1. And when you look at the ranking money, it's only going 2 different directions at the moment. Jan van Veen doesn't have too much to defend. Michael van Gerwen got some real big chunks. But the money that needs to be defended is a really interesting topic, because a lot of people saying, well, Luke Littler's only the world number 1 and he's top of the rankings because of the World Championship being £1 million, skew whiffing the rankings. Absolutely not. If you take that £1 million off Luke Littler and suggest he didn't even turn up at the World Championship, he's still, at this point, at the conclusion of this event, £600,000 clear of world number 2, Luke Humphries, if you take that £1 million off him. If you take off him, £2 million is still in the world's top 4. If you take £2 million in ranking money off of him. That's how dominant he has been. So this isn't a case of Luke Littler and Luke Humphries' battle for world number 1 and world number 2 has been skew-whiffed by that £1 million. It's just Luke Littler's been that much better. That's just how it is. And this tournament, once again, both players getting through to the final. Those battles for the prize monies here, the jump not big enough to make any sort of dent into that. So Luke Littler still around £1.6 million clear of Luke Humphries in world number 2. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you've liked it, hit the subscribe, help me get to that 100,000 subscriber plaque on the wall. I do this at the end of every single ranking event. I also do it beforehand. I didn't do it before this one because there was nothing to defend. But if you're a little bit unfamiliar with darts, if you want it talking and explaining to you, I'm your guy. Catch you soon.